with this subject and speak to Mohamed Osman, who's a researcher at Human Rights Watch, and he joins us now live from Berlin. Welcome to the program. Mohamed, what are your biggest concerns right now in Sudan from a human rights point of view?
Yes. So basically, we've been seeing for almost 2 weeks now that the two forces are fighting the war with absolute disregard to human value, which is not new given the track record of these forces. Yeah, like in the most of parts of Sudan, the fighting it's happening in populated areas, resulting in high level of civilian harm and destruction of infrastructure. We've been already seeing the reports around the skyrocketed prices of commodities, lack of access to water and electricity. The impact on the healthcare is far too great, while at the same time, humanitarians cannot move around to deliver supply. People who have the capabilities to fled the capital in particular are stuck in the crossings, especially in Egypt, for instance, or in South Sudan. So at all fronts, the concerns remain in terms of the abuses, but however, this is also happening while we're still yet to see a proper international response for these abuses.
And that international response, a proper international response, as you say, why do you think we're not getting it?
I mean, unfortunately, this is a continuation of what has been the international response to the Sudan situation, at least since the coup in 2021. There has been a lot of wishful thinking that the two abusive leaders would somehow, on their own merit, would change to support the democratic transition or now respect the lives of civilians. So basically, we still yet to see things. We wanted, for example, with the UN Security Council, we wanted to see a coordinated action to ensure that there are concrete set of measures taking place to punish these leaders. This is not happening yet. We are yet to see humanitarian response taking place, which is not happening yet. So the fact that we're still not seeing it, it's a reflection that the international policy engagement on Sudan is yet to be changed.
Mohamed, do you think we know the true magnitude of the fighting taking place in Sudan?
I mean, and it's sadly not. And this is, I think, the concerning part. That comes back again to the part when I mentioned around the response itself. One of the key things that we need to see now is a proper international presence on the ground that would be able to deliver a verified, independent reporting on the situation. For example, when we talk about the casualties, I mean, 400 plus number, but the number is probably much more than that because for example, most of the people can't move to hospitals to bring dead bodies, and doctors can't reach the hospitals also to examine the wounded persons. So this is just one instance in which why we can't even have the full number in terms of the casualties in Sudan.
Correct. And that is an important point you make there, not knowing just the casualties at all. Thank you so much. Mohamed Osman from Human Rights Watch joining us from Berlin. Thank you.